The Absolute Justice League has been born, but not in the way you would expect. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is the origin of the Absolute Universe's Justice League. This is Absolute Evil Issue 1. And our story begins in the year 1951, with the original Hawkman assembling the council of US officials to reveal his secrets and give answers. He gives them the floor. You have the opportunity, men. Ask whatever you need to ask. Fast forwarding ahead, we see a billionaire practicing his bow. Yes, Oliver Queen is alive and well in this universe, and unlike Bruce Wayne, he's rich. Rich. When he's free, he comes down to the range and practices his bow, and he's apparently good at it. You see, he was practicing not for no reason. He was on a mission to do good. You see, in this world, being rich means you know a lot of secrets, a lot of dirty secrets. And today, finally, using all his resources, he has decided to do something about it. Much like Bruce Wayne, who did something about it without his money, this guy decides now is the time. He was going for Slade. Now, Roy over the phone told him this was a bad idea, but he didn't want to hear it. He was Green Arrow. Even in our universe, he was strong-headed. He made his choice. This is his destiny. And so, he was going to do it. Accomplishing this mission at whatever the cost. And boy, was it going to cost him. Because you see, he was not as secretive as he thought he was being. Everyone knew, or rather the people who weren't supposed to knew. Mr. Hector was one of them. And he was one of the powers of the world. When I say powers of the world, I mean he controls a part of the world. He was here today for a single purpose, to attend a meeting. No phones were allowed, and knowing who he was, this was a big deal. To ask a man like him to drop his phone, yeah, he did not like this at all. You can have my phone, but I will be speaking to your boss. As soon as he entered the meeting area, the boss was there waiting. I heard you wanted to speak to me. Hi, I'm Veronica. In this room were the powers that control the whole planet. We see Raz, Veronica, and the man who does not like jokes. Mr. Hector was kind of sexist, and for some reason he looked at Veronica, who just claimed to be the leader of this whole operation, and told her I would like some coffee, like she was supposed to take his order. No, said Raz Al Ghul. This is not a place for games or jokes. Speak of work or do not speak. Now, you need to take into account Mr. Hector rules half of the world, or a portion of it. He's not used to people telling him what to do, which is why he looked at Raz Al Ghul and said, who the fuck are you? I am Raz Al Ghul. If you do not know my name, be thankful. Understood? Now forgive me, but I don't know who this woman is. I'm guessing she's the antithesis of the Flash. She's his enemy, his op, just like all of them in this room are for one of the Justice League members. But for sure, we know the man who hates jokes, because he hates jokes. Even Hector knew to lock in when he was around. Miss Veronica began her presentation, showing them through time how people who have invented stuff and decided to do good have been hunted and put down by the US government or members of this council. The status quo has to be protected at all costs. Even when the Wildcat decided, okay, I'm going to protect whatever or fight for justice, they just found him, gave him bread, and he shut the fuck up, just like they were trying to do to Batman. Over time, this has been the formula, and anyone who did not like this formula and was not able to be killed was killed. I mean, this was the US government and some of the most richest, most powerful people on the planet. Of course they died. Now, this was how they liked it. This was how things were supposed to be. But it seems everything is changing, starting with the Gateway event, which is the first time they met Wonder Woman. They had her information. They even knew she came from hell. Matter of fact, their biggest concern wasn't her or her abilities. The biggest concern was the fact that she made people that work for the US government follow her. No mind control, no nothing. This was an epidemic. Another metahuman, stronger than most. This one could melt things with his eyes, and he had the same effect, infecting a peacemaker soldier and causing this one, Lois Lane, to write a stupid report. If you want to read the report, go watch my previous video. As Al Ghul noticed, you're more concerned with what was said in the report rather than the super. She wasn't even done because they were not all super. This one, the man from Gotham, who apparently is human, but I cannot believe that shit. He does stuff no human should be able to do. She looked at the man who hates jokes, and he simply said, he didn't take the money. He didn't take the money. This is the problem. They are springing like flies all over the city, all over the world. Metahumans we cannot control. We cannot predict. Now we can handle. But what we can't handle is the effect they're having on the people around them. Humans, regular people that take orders, are starting to disobey. This is a problem that needs to be handled. That is why I called this meeting. From the back, Mr. Hector just said, no, I'm not buying this shit. Why do I need to work with you guys? I'm having no problems. I took care of the Green Lantern, didn't I? They said, yeah, bruh, you have problems. He looked at Ra's al Ghul and said, I do not. I handle my shit. Why do I need to work with you? Raz just sighed. Alright, bring him in. And so, Miss Veronica called for Mr. Howe, and he walked in carrying a corpse. Now, this corpse you would recognize from the beginning of this video. This, as he dropped this corpse on this table for them to look and spectate, was Oliver Queen. Yeah, Oliver Queen was dead. Mr. Howe said nothing, just one word. Questions? Ra's al Ghul continued. This is how we fix problems. Not tomorrow, not next week. We fix them now. No more bribery, just bullets. And yeah, no jokes. Looking directly at the man who hates jokes. Now, Dr. Thawne thought this was an insult. Is this supposed to be blackmail? What the fuck is this? Veronica just corrected. Nah, this ain't no blackmail. This is just a show of what we could do. Absolute power. No more funds, no more convincing. Just death. Anyone who opposes the status quo must die. This is where she interjected again. So why do I need you guys? I could just kill them myself. We are not friends. There's no need to pocket watch. She was about to leave until he spoke. The man who hates jokes had something to say. May I have the floor? And they gave it to him. And so he began. First of all, I need to make something clear. I'm about to give you guys some new shit to learn. And if you guys tell anybody outside this room, I will be pissed off. They knew he wasn't joking because he doesn't like jokes. Well, you see, someone else was watching this meeting from the mirrors. It was Brainiac with help from Mirror Master. He continued on that a new discovery was made by his boys in the lab. The Higgs boson was apparently supposed to be the key to the puzzles of the universe, the true building blocks. But that was wrong. They discovered something in the lab, the Omega particle, and this origins, this element was just pure hate, pure evil. Now, of course, Hector thought he was joking, but again, Ra's al Ghul made it clear. He doesn't joke. Shut the fuck up and listen. As the man who hates jokes just continued talking. If the fundamental building blocks is pure evil, then what we do is guided by God, is guided by the Creator himself. To put it frankly, people hate their life. They think their life is not where it should be. But here's the thing. We are just. We are doing what is supposed to be done. The fundamental building blocks of the universe said so. We may not be friends, but we are a unit. We are a council from our watchtower watching over this world that we built, that is ours. We bring justice. So drink, grab a glass, and toast to the birth of the Justice League. Yeah, this is the absolute Justice League. Isn't that a mindfuck? These freakazoids even have their Hall of Justice set up. God damn. But you see, Brainiac thought different. Every single member of this council balances each other out, but nobody balances him. The man who hates jokes needed someone to balance him out. There wasn't even a need to search. He knew the perfect person for this job because he himself is actually a ruler of the planet. He's just low-key. As a call was received and we are introduced to this last member of this Justice League with a full head of hair, enter the chat, Mr. Lex Luthor.